20 minutes after 9 o'clock. Thanks so much for being with us on Live at 9. We're in the middle of our hot and humid season here in the Mid-South, and your AC unit is probably running 24/7. And that is keeping specialists like Brian Choate working overtime. We're live this morning to get some tips on things that we can do to make sure our AC unit doesn't go out when we need it the most. And Brian, you know I like you a lot, but I don't want to have to see you come into my house. So tell us what we can do. You know, we probably should have already done it, but we've kind of been distracted with this pandemic. Are there things we can do to keep that unit hopefully hopping along during this season?
Oh, absolutely, and you know, hopefully you're staying cool. But one of the biggest things a homeowner can do is stay on top of changing their filters regularly. You know, a lot of 1-inch filters. I have some to show you. A lot of 1-inch filters. You know, they say it can last up to three months, but we find depending on how long it's running, how much, you know, what's going on, kids, animals, things of that kind, 1 month is pretty typical. We also like to tell people, you know, improving their air filter system. It's like us wearing masks now. You know, if you're not keeping these cleaned and changed out, your mask is getting dirty, and it's not good.
So it makes,
here's just for comparison.
I'm sorry to jump on you there. I guess it makes the unit work harder than it needs to work if it has to go through dirt and animal hair and that sort of thing.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just try running a marathon with your hand over your mouth. It's just, your system's trying to work a lot harder than it should be. When you're changing the filters, it's going to allow it to breathe, and on top of, with COVID going on, help improve indoor air quality. And, you know, with all of us being in homes now, you definitely want to do that. Okay, so once a month, that's a really inexpensive thing. Let me ask you one quick question about the filters before we move on. They make those metal filters that the idea is it'll save you money in the long run because you can spray them off. Are those a good idea? So they definitely have application, you know, and that's up to the homeowner. We don't think that the washable filters work as well as, say, a pleated filter that I've shown you, because you can't get cleaner than new. Unfortunately, lots of times when you're washing the filter, if it's not fully dry, it allows that dirt to cling to that wet filter, which actually will hinder that performance, and you'll have to clean it more often. So I like to say you can't get cleaner than the new with these throwaway pleated filters. So they have a place, they have an application, absolutely, but we would prefer, you know, these fiberglass pleated filters. Okay, and that's what you use in your home, the pleated, inexpensive. I can get a whole bunch of them, change them out every month. Okay, cool. All right, so we'll start doing that. I honestly thought they could go 6 months, which may explain why my unit is. So thanks for alerting me to that mistake. What else can we do? Yeah, so as far as the 6 months, again, it's circumstantial. The bigger filters traditionally can last longer than the 1-inch, but yes. So some of the other things is getting it maintenance. We often use the comparison, you know, do you change the oil in your car? Well, you don't have to, but what's going to happen is things are going to break, right? So cleaning your system, having a routine maintenance with, you know, a professional is definitely a great way to do it. We're going to take this apart and show you kind of a comparison of a clean and dirty. And what happens is during the summer heat, lots of times your system's just, you know, it's working overtime, right? Because I mean, we got our Memphis heat. So what happens? You're mowing the yard, things of that kind, and you'll get a lot of debris build up on it. And what we do is we'll use a chemical clean to break down a lot of this debris inside the fins. That way it will get it nice and clean. If you can kind of see, we clean this side over here. That way it really gets in there deep. A water wash is really good to do. Obviously a chemical clean would clean better. But if you were to just rinse, a homeowner just rinse after they're cutting the yard, because again, you're cutting the yard, grass, debris, dirt, things of that kind, it's going to be sucked up into the system. And just like those filters, just like a mask, if that gets too dirty, it's really working hard to get clean or to function.
Yeah. So then you're obviously burning out your motor that much faster. Thank you so much. I appreciate the tips, because anything we can do, like I say, we should have done it 3 months ago, but we were a little busy. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. We'll link.